Yeah, can we go now? I gotta change my pants.
My name is Judah Sanders, and I'm one of the pastors at Bridgeway Christian Church. And behind the camera is my friend and producing partner, Kirstie. Say hi, Kirstie.
Hi.
And we are filming Never Have I Ever, the show where Christians, believers, pastors, Jesus freaks and friends try things they have never tried before. Now throughout this season, some of our guests are gonna do things that cause them lots of stress, lots of anxiety, things that have scared them. They're gonna face their fears, they're gonna be courageous, and they're gonna do some wild but super fun and mostly safe things. And we're inviting you along the journey. Listen, we post episodes right here on YouTube, so make sure to hit the subscribe button, click the little bell thing so that you know when we upload a video. Go ahead and comment down below something that you've never done before, and make sure you stick with us for the journey.
Okay.
Why does this always happen? So we are here with our very special guest for this episode, Pastor Ashley. I mean, it's kind of in the title, but Pastor Ashley, what do you do here?
I am the head of Munchkin Land. Anybody that's my height or lower, 5th and under, I am in charge of the programming, I'm in charge of the teams, all the fun, all the Jesus, all the safety. That is my jam.
Yeah, and that's like such a big program, not just because you're in charge of kind of like the overall kind of like theological and like the teaching and but the safety aspect.
Yeah, our like underground values, safety, fun, and Jesus, in that order.
In that order.
Yeah, safety. If it's not safe, the parents don't want to bring the kids. If it's not fun, the kids don't want to come. And if the kids aren't there, we can't talk about Jesus.
Yeah.
So Jesus is obviously number one, but we got to get the first two in order.
Yeah. So what is your favorite part of your job?
My favorite part is seeing kids that are wannabe troublemakers needing an outlet and needing a space to be guided in the direction that God has for them, kind of reframing what the truth is that God has for them and what his path is and how to use those their skills for good and not evil, you know?
I love that.
That's my favorite.
I love that. As a troublemaking kid, like
Yeah.
we need folks.
That's why I love you.
We need folks to like see us and like care about us.
Yes.
What is the hardest part of your job? What is just the most challenging?
The hardest part is letting other people in the rooms. I want to do everything and be everywhere and see every kid and trusting and having people in there and allowing people to be everywhere. We have such a good team, so the trust is easy, but it's so big. There's so many kids. I can't do it all. So that's the hardest thing is delegating and letting people do their jobs.
How long have you been working at Bridgeway?
Oh gosh. Since I'm only 20, it's been a couple years now.
But lightning strikes, I don't want to singe.
I have been here, this is my 14th year.
14th
year on staff. I've been at Bridgeway for 16 years.
That's incredible. We're going to talk a little bit more about that as we go, but we're getting ready to play a game.
Yes.
This game is called Never Have I Ever. You're going to hold up your hand.
Okay.
And the way this game works is I'm going to make a series of statements about things that I have never done. And if you have done them, you will keep your finger up. But the first thing that I get to that you haven't done, you have to put a finger down. Now,
It's backwards.
so I think, did I do it backwards?
Put a finger down if I've done it.
Yeah, put a finger down if she's done it.
Sorry. Same thing. Stay with me.
Okay.
So you ready to play?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. So never have I ever done like every water sport in the world from scuba diving.
Yep.
What the heck is scuba diving, Ashley?
Yes, I have done that. I am freakishly good at water sports. Scuba diving, I'm not a certified like scuba diver, but scuba is like a mix between snorkeling and scuba diving.
So it's the bootleg version.
Sure.
It's the great value version.
No, it's like the babysat version. You're not going to kill yourself version.
Right. Have you ever done like shark diving?
No, I have not. I feel like that is not on the list.
We should have done that one.
Hard pass.
A tank with sharks.
No, we're good.
You gotta go film in the tank. It's not gonna be me.
Oh, no, we're going to be in the boat, Kirstie, like looking down. Like we have a good lens.
Get me out of here! Help me!
All right. Never have I ever been to the country Uganda.
Oh, yes, I have. The church's very first mission trip to Uganda. I got to go before the schools were built, before all the things were built. But it was a really special, that was like my graduating college trip, and just got to go and meet Pastor Steve, meet the kids that are there, and just had a heart for that country, and really special. And also learn how much I hate flying long distances.
Yeah.
Like, for
How long
Jesus,
is that
I'll do
flight?
it. I don't want to talk about it. Like, way too long.
All right, here we go. Never have I ever, and I don't even know what this is, but never have I ever gotten a degree in speech pathology, audiology, speech therapy, a lot with speech and audio. And what is this degree, Ashley?
Yes. So if kids have ever been to speech therapy, that's what the degree is for. It's basically special needs focus and education. It's a specialized teacher, specialized therapist.
Around verbal
around
communication.
language, around articulation, around all of those things. So it's really given me a really specialized look to how kids access curriculum and how kids can engage with what's going on too.
This degree sounds big and it sounds hard, and never have I ever had it. All right, here we go. Never have I ever been indoor skydiving.
I have not done that.
I know! I did my research! Wait.
It does not. As sterile and clean and nice as it sounds, it is terrifying to me.
Now,
terrifying.
is it the heights thing, or is it the like you have a thing about being touched too, don't you?
Oh my gosh. It's
Love me.
love me. My top
Love me.
top language is physical touch, but I'm like, please
Love you.
please don't touch me.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go do indoor skydiving, and I am excited. I think that this is going to be hilarious.
Ew,
Put
good
a big
for
old
you.
tube and like a big old like blow dryer and just and see you like fly around.
Great.
You might enjoy it.
How fun for you.
Let's go.
Great.
All right. So we are on our way to do indoor skydiving with Pastor Ashley. Pastor, we always ask people to just kind of tell us their story with Jesus.
I grew up in a first-generation Christian family, so I have never known a time without Jesus. He has always been in my life. At the very old age of 5, I asked him to be my rescuer. When that happened, I made sure I prayed a bunch of times because I wasn't sure if there was a busy tone when I called when I was praying.
I love that.
And so I did it a bunch of times. That's a little window into my type A, like anxious brain of a kid. I wanted to make sure he heard me, that it got through. I got baptized when I was 7. By my choice, I was just ready to go, and I've always taken my faith seriously. So grown up in the church and had a bunch of really sweet people investing in me. I found Bridgeway when I was in college and have been here for a very long time.
Okay, so we always ask our guests, them what's something that the Lord has had to work with them through or bring them through kind of over the course of their faith journey.
For me, it was fear, a lot of fear stuff and fear of rejection. I just have always tried to control things and like how other people perceive me and my performance, and trying to just do the best so nobody has any reason to reject me or any reason to say no, that I'm just ready to go. I can present an overconfident or very pulled together kind of persona, but really it's because I am just so wanting to be accepted and wanting to be loved that I'm just like all kind of bolstered up, but I'm real squishy inside.
When did you first notice that about yourself? Do you remember kind of when you really became aware, like, I am really afraid of being rejected and and undervalued, not seen, and not wanted, that sort of thing?
Respect has been a big thing for me, but the specific rejection issue is like a month old. I had a talk with God about it, and I was like, I really need to not allow this spirit, allow this speaking into me to dictate how I'm functioning in this world, dictate how I'm relating with other people, and how it can distort what you're hearing. I know what they said, but here's how I received it, and it was distorted and messed up.
And that's something that we often talk about with our guests too, is like, what is something you're still working on? And it sounds like that's something that you're still kind of working through.
Nope, I'm I'm all good. All healed up now.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of the episode. Done with that. Thanks, Pastor. What are some things that are kind of helping you kind of navigate that? What are some things that you've learned, like in terms of advice for folks who are watching who may feel like, hey, I'm in that same boat and I don't even know where to start?
Yeah. A big buzzword for me right now is surrender. Surrendering to God's love and his view of me as a kid. I think having my own bio kids in my own house has shifted my view of parental love. And to know that God has that for me, and it's not something you have to earn, that you have to prove. You don't come to him clean. You come to him dirty, and he accepts you and loves you and helps clean you up, and that's the whole relationship.
That's right.
So just surrendering to his love and asking what his view of me is, instead of trying to come clean to him and be accepted. Like, he accepts me as I am.
He's already made up his mind about you.
Yeah.
You know, he's not trying to figure this thing out. I love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. One thing that's super special kind of for our church right now is we have just moved to ordaining women as pastors. And you have both the challenge and responsibility, but also the honor of being one of our first women pastors. But I want to know, how does it feel for you? How has it felt for you to step into that space?
It's been a long journey because I am very sensitive to how other people perceive me or perceiving things. And I've grown up in a real conservative background where women were definitely not pastors. And it's been a really challenging time for me because for the people that hold those kind of more conservative views on women in ministry, I know that it's hurtful for them to see women, and I don't want that to be a deterrent for them to access God. But it's not my job.
That's right.
to change their minds. I'm responsible for what God's called me to.
That's right.
And the thing is, there's nothing different functionally about what I do. I preach the gospel. I am discipling. I'm leading people. I've always taught. I've always done all of the things. I'm a shepherd. That's just what I am and what I do. So it's been hard. It's been emotionally hard. And it's been relationally hard with people, but it's been such a cool, eye-opening thing for me to have more representation and be that for people in our congregation and for beyond that. What I didn't have is to be able to see, like, no, God has more for you than what other people have told you. God has more for you than what you think you have for you. Right. It's God's to define, not ours to define, not your parents to define, not your churches to define. You answer to God, and he's picked and designed you. So it's been a lot. I think it has. And I have really been impressed with the way you've navigated it, because to your point, it's not easy to be a glass ceiling breaker. Like, you get cut. So to walk through this, having to stand in the center of what God has called you to do, even when it is hard for other people to understand, is the way you've done it with such grace and humility. And what it really is a story about somebody who God has called to do something, and it wasn't part of their plan. It wasn't, what they thought. And what advice would you give for folks who are beginning to feel that tension of, like, oh no, God is calling you into more, and it's scary and it's painful, like earnestly painful. What advice would you give? I would say yes to the opportunities, and let God have the room to grow you and to grow through you, because you shouldn't be able to do it on your own. That's right. What he's called you to do, and you won't see the miracles and the fruit that he's got if you're able to produce it yourself. So put yourself in uncomfortable positions and say yes to what God's got for you. Say yes. Well, we're getting ready to go indoor skydiving. Talk about doing something scary. Well, she's going to do it. I'm not going to do it because God has not called me to do indoor skydiving. So you got to stay in your lane. Don't say yes to Judah, though. That's the other advice. Say yes to me. Cut that whole piece. Cut that whole piece. Let's go inside and knock this out. Yay!
All right, so we're getting ready to do our rapid fire section. Pastor Ashley, this is the section where I'm going to ask you a series of rapid fire either ors, and you have to give it to me really quickly. Are you ready?
I guess. We still have to go do this.
That's true. All right, heels or flats?
Wedges, neither. Wedges. You don't fall.
What
no
in
cracks.
the moderate is happening
Listen,
here?
I am difficult with a capital D.
Yeah, you are. Okay. Bone in or bone out in terms of wings?
Oh, gross. Like, no, not meat, no meat.
Are you a Sagittarian? That's okay. We accept all kinds of people. I'm a Pisces myself, but whatever you are, we're okay with it. All right. If your kid is sick, would you rather them have diarrhea or be throwing up?
I guess, I don't know. Throw up, I guess. As long as it's not a wiggly tooth. I cannot handle wiggly teeth. That is the secret. I can't handle it. It's making me sweaty right now. Help me.
Okay. Are you a sweet or a salty?
Sweet.
Okay.
Her personality is
Yeah,
salty,
to
though.
eat. Yeah. Very salty.
There's that. Spicy or mild?
Spicy. Habanero.
Habanero.
Yeah.
One of these days I'm gonna order the hot one sauces. We're gonna see if you're
All right.
you're really about it.
All right.
All right. Day at the beach or day hiking?
Beach. No hiking.
All day.
No.
All day. Never mind. Let's go skydiving. Let's wrap this up.
No!
Woo! Come on.
How did that go?
That was terrifying. I was scared. It was scary. It was way scarier than real skydiving.
What didn't you like about it?
Most any of it. I didn't like wearing the used gear. I didn't like being touched. I didn't like being told what to do. I didn't like flying around uncontrolled. I did not enjoy that.
We should do it again to make sure that you really got a good understanding.
Please no,
of it.
anything else. Like I'll go get a tattoo, anything, please.
Well, I appreciate you being willing to face your fears. You can say you've done it. And listen, you take care of kids for a living. Like, everything, this should be easy. This is like cake for you.
I
like,
guess.
you have to keep people alive and safe.
No.
Well, I
No.
appreciate you. As somebody who's been at Bridgeway for the last 14 years, why is Bridgeway your home?
Bridgeway is my home because the people are family.
Yeah.
It's authentic. It's real. It's the people that are at Bridgeway serve together. They love each other. They do life together, and I just see God doing great things there. It feels like you go to Bridgeway and you're gonna feel and experience God.
Yeah.
Just pursuing Him with everything. It's just everybody's goal. Everybody kind of spurs each other on to get better and know God better.
I love that.
Really special.
That's so true. Anyway, thanks for watching. We love you for tuning in with us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.